I'm your host, Sir Avery Willingbaum. In today's installation of Medieval Pages from the Middle Ages, we more closely examine Geoffrey Chaucer's timeless masterpiece, The Canterbury Tales. More specifically, however, we cast our collective gaze upon one particular tale, referred to widely as the Pardoner's Tale. Before further scrutinizing the Pardoner's Tale, we must first turn to historic text and worldwide academy of scholars to interpret the intricacies of Chaucer's writing.
To understand Chaucer's own novel work of literature, we must first take a look at the pre-existing genres of his time. Throughout the Canterbury Tales, Chaucer acknowledges the several predominant forms of medieval literature, including the romance, the fableau, the verse novella, and the exemplum. And Chaucer also has almost every representative class of medieval society telling these tales. So Chaucer speaks through both the tellers of the tales and the tales themselves.
So then I told her, you get the hell out of my tractor, we're rolling. We're rolling. Oh, indeed. Yes, indeed. The Pardoner's Tale falls under the subcategory of the exemplum, a genre that relates a sort of moral anecdote. As we see, the vices of the tale's main characters ultimately lead to their downfalls. Listeners of the tale are then expected to learn from the characters' fatal follies. We observe also that the teller of the tale, the pardoner himself, exhibits many of the same avarices that his tale's characters do. In having a sinful pardoner tell a tale of similarly flawed sinners, Chaucer subtly hints at the irony of a supposed holy pardoner denouncing many of the same venalities he himself possesses.
Now, what we see is, we see that Chaucer was an absolute master of humorous irony. He was able to set up a sort of conflict between the reality of a situation and the manner in which it is delivered by the tale's teller. When this kind of thing happens, we get what the Hydes refer to as a third thing of value. And this is what Chaucer wants the intelligent reader to pick up on without even having to say it.
As we see throughout the Pardoner's Tale, the pardoner shamelessly spouts his sinful deeds, particularly those in which he takes advantage of the common man's sins to garner untold shares of money. Meanwhile, as we have previously noted, the sin-laden pardoner denounces the sins of his tale's characters. Through this paradox, Chaucer relates the corruption and unashamed avarice of not only the pardoner, but pardeners and clergymen in general. All this without a word of direct criticism, and without further ado, the Pardoner's Tale. Now a toast to us pilgrims on our way to Canterbury. May our journey be a pleasant one, and with many amusing tales of great sentence and solace.
Did someone say quantum of solace?
Cheers!
Not so loud! Oh, shit.
What is this stuff?
Sake.
Kako desu.
Domo arigato.
Domo itashimashite.
That Middle English sure sounds funny.
Well, dear pardoner, it seems that it's your turn to amuse us with a story. Are you ready to speak?
A story. I love stories. See, if I tell a good story and people laugh, they buy me drinks. But if I tell a bad story and they don't like it, I get shouted to get off the stage. So either way, I get booze.
Boo.
All right then. A story. Well, okay. Before I tell you all about my tale, I first must tell you about 5 deadly sins which are ravaging mankind. Now I'll be brief. I assure you.
Just like the night was brief.
Hey, I was just trying to add flavor to my story.
Yeah, well, you failed. All your perfect descriptions undermine each other to produce a kind of double vision, which obscured your apparent message while creating a monopoean satire, which evinced a third thing of value.
Highlight that.
What are you all talking about? Are you crazy? Are you drunk? Now just quiet. Just listen to me, okay? The first sin that I must talk to you about is gluttony. Now gluttony is bad because we cannot be stuffing our faces when there are people starving in French Indochina. The Lord does not like that. The Lord and His Son, Jesus does not like that. Now, we need to share what we have in order to make the world a better place. Because if we just stuff our faces whenever we feel like it, and we and that's why gluttony is bad. Now the second sin that I must warn you about is gambling. Who here has gambled? Oh, come on. Come on. No one here is. I do not believe that no one here has gambled. I will bet that you have gambled. I will bet like 10 pieces of silver that you have gambled, huh? Oh, come on. Put your money where your mouth is. Put your silver where your soul is. No, look at me. This is your soul, okay? This is your soul on sin. Dude, do you see the difference? That's like a 12-inch difference right there. It's like your soul will burn. Not that I really care that much or anything.
Speaking of 12 inches, how would you like us if we shoved that glass 12 inches up?
Whoa, okay, I'll move on. Okay, so the third sin, which plagues mankind, is lechery. You see, when a man lusts for a woman, bad things happen, because lovers suffer from poor judgment and bad planning skills and loss of coordination, and they fail breathalyzer tests, and for these reasons the Lord does not like their immoral lifestyle. So lechery is intolerable and inexcusable and insoluble and hi. What's your name? Clarice, that's a beautiful name. Clarice, listen, are you doing anything later? You know, I'm just asking because Fat Penguin! I'm sorry. You're probably wondering why I yelled Fat Penguin a second ago. I wanted to say something that would break the ice. Speaking of ice, there is not enough ice in my drink. Bartender,